Hey everyone, this is Nate and this is the Nader Tater channel. Let's talk about over-the-air TV. And this is a little 2-pack of an antenna that you can add to your TV so you can pick up over-the-air stations. A lot of places in the US have numerous channels. In fact, I have like over 90 that I can access from my house even though I'm not in a quote-unquote metropolitan area. So let's open up this and I'll also show you how you can figure out what channels you can get, and then we'll test this. Now I have lots of other antennas I've tested as well, and my main ones that I use every day, I don't pay for cable or satellite, is I have a big external one that I have on a mast, a big tower that goes just above my roof line, and that is how I get all of my channels. I get from multiple different directions, really 3 different cities, Flint, Detroit, and Lansing. I'm able to pick up lots of those. And this is really just a smaller one. It's not going to pick up as many channels, but we'll see how many I can pick up. Now, it does advertise a range of 35 to 45 miles max, but there's some caveats with that. That's really ideal situations. I would say most people you're not going to get, especially the 45, unless you are able to have this. You're up on a hill or mountain and you have a really good signal situation. For me, I have a lot of trees around me, not a lot of elevation change, and I'm not going to put this 30 feet high above ground level like my big external one. This will be at the ground level, and so we'll test it out. So first thing first, let's open it up real fast to see what it is, and then we'll keep going from there. Alright, so this guy is pretty simple to unpack. It's really just one device for the antenna that unfolds. So you can take this guy and open it up here. It clips together, but then this opens up wide so you get a little bit of a broader antenna, and then it comes with a little clip that you can use to have this clip actually directly on top of the TV if you want, or to a table or a shelf unit, and that will allow you to place this somewhere. And then what this does is this goes into your standard coax port on your TV, and then the other thing that it has is a little amplifier that you can flip on and off here, and this does require power. So to do that, it comes with a little USB cable that you can plug in, and now a lot of TVs actually have USB ports on them nowadays that do supply power, and that would suffice for this. Or if not, you can plug it into a wall wart like this one has here, and then you can just plug it into its own outlet. But again, you can use the USB one as well. So there's 2 identical setups here that you can use, so that means that you can have it for 2 different TVs. And let's go test it out and see how well it does. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is go and figure out how many channels you can get. This will help guide you if a smaller indoor antenna like this one or a bigger outdoor antenna will be the best for your needs as far as what channels you want to get. So I go to antopusa.com/signal maps. There are some other ones out there as well, like antennaweb.org, that you can go to, and this really uses the same information as far as I can tell. So anyways, in here I just type in my zip code. You can get more accurate if you type in your exact street code. The one thing I will mention is that the default antenna installation height is 30 feet above ground level. So that's important to know, especially if, like for this testing, I'm not going to be 30 feet above ground level. Know that you're going to get less channels out there. That's just to be expected. So type in your address, hit the search button here. Alright, so here is the map of the results, and you can see that, me in the middle of like Flint, or really, Saginaw stations, Lansing, and Detroit station. That means I'm kind of spread apart, which isn't ideal, other than the fact that I can actually pick up most of them all at once. So what this shows you here is both the distance as well as, more importantly, is the signal strength. So the signal strength is what they have color-coded, the green, yellow, orange. And then one thing to note is that you can get next-gen TV stations only showing up here as well by clicking this button here, or you can leave them all present and available there. Well, the next-gen TV stations, do note that this antenna is indifferent to them, so it does support it without a problem. And as more get added, you are future-proofed with this antenna setup. But the challenge is your TV tuner has to support it. A lot of TVs prior to 2022 do not support this. So you either have to get a newer TV or a newer TV tuner box, like a Tableau. Alright, so in here you can see that I get up to 100 channels. I think the most I get is 92 I've ever picked up. But this comes from 28 over-the-air stations. So 28 physical stations, but a lot of them have multiple channels that they broadcast. So that's where you get only 28 stations, but you get 100 channels. And then you can see I have 10 next-gen TV stations. So if we scroll down here and look at kind of the list here, you can just see it ranges in distance from like that 20 to 45 or so. And we'll see how many of these we can get with this small indoor. I do not expect it to do nearly as well as my big outdoor one. The big outdoor one, I think it's like a 75 or 80 mile range that they say for that big one, and this is less than half of that. So I would not be surprised if I got half of the channels that I get with the big outdoor one. And then down here they show you a couple of their different solutions. It doesn't have this actual one listed right here, but you can see in here I actually have this. Let's see which one I have. I think I have this one over here, the big boy, on set up outside right now that I use. And you can see it says up to 100 channels, which is fairly close. I think I get around 90 channels from that one. So I'm assuming I'm going to be somewhere in here in this paper thin one to this arrow one, which I've also tested that one as well. So I'm expecting maybe 40 channels. Let's go hook it up to a TV and see what I get. Alright, so now I'm up here and I have my little TV that would typically get about 83 channels with the big outdoor one. Now I put this small indoor one folded out. I just clipped it on top of the TV. On the back side, I just screwed it in to the coax and actually used the TV USB port to power the little amplifier. Now you can flip this amplifier on and off. Right here you can push the switch and it'll go from green to this yellow light. This turns it off. There's a couple channels that I mess with that I could see a difference with it on or off. But typically I leave it on. When you switch it, sometimes you might get a little change. But for this TV, I go in here and I do a search. So let me go to that settings in here. And I go to channel. For this one, each one's going to be different, but they have some way of searching the channels for you. So this one, I just hit search. So it'll go through in there and find all of the channels that it gets with this. We'll see how many we get. Obviously, this is a very small antenna. So I'm not surprised that it will get a lot less than the big outdoor one. Alright, so on here you can see it found 21 for DTV, which is the digital TV, which is the over-the-air stuff right now it's doing for cable TV, but obviously I don't have cable hooked up to it. So that shows me 21 channels here. We go to close. And I can go in here to the channel edit and we can see what channels it got. So 5, 9, 25, 46, 66. Those are the channels that it received at full enough signal to pick up. So it's not terrible. Certainly a lot less than the big one. And to be fair, I did not spend a whole lot of time actually messing with this to get it just perfect. I spent about 5 or 10 minutes putting a couple different orientations, and that's going to be important for you to set up, and each TV is going to be a little bit different as far as how good it is at picking up different receptions. But you can see here, this is crystal clear. This is HD quality here. This one's a 720p channel, I believe. So you can see it's clean, it's clear. I have it muted so that you don't hear it, but overall, if you want something simple, what I really like about this one is that it could be really good for packing, either for a camping trip or on the road, something like RV or something. You can quickly set this up, and because it's so mobile, especially with the little clip, it's easy to use, and therefore it's a good use for that. If you want to get serious and you're going to use this as your home, I would recommend getting a bigger one. And I have other videos on different antennas to use that are made for really, like, that's what you're going to use every day in your home. So check down below. I will have a coupon for a limited time that gets you a discount on this. And then I have lots of other videos on my channel, so be sure to check them out and give me a thumbs up on the video for a like, and think about subscribing to the channel. Thanks.